Hello everyone, welcome back to Beneath the Kotatsu. My name is On, next to me is my co-host James.
Good season this time around, isn't it?
So for episode 37, we're going to be talking about the fall 2021 season here. We're currently between the second and third week into the season. The release dates have been pretty whack.
A little bit all over the place for sure, right? I'm like, when did this air? Hold on a second. Remember when it used to be that there's like an official date? This is the first show that's starting. There's like a hype. Now it's like they're kind of rolling it. So it's kind of like a mush of all merged releases and endings at the same time.
Yeah, it's all over the place. What was that anime? Heka?
What was it about? I already know you're just gonna say one word in the title.
It's the one where it's like very Japanese era, like where the dad dies at the beginning.
I didn't watch that.
It was about like the little girl.
You didn't
see that one?
Watch that. Are you talking about Taisho Otome? I'm just looking at the cover art here. Whatever looks the most Japanesey.
It's called Heka Monogatari.
Heka Monogatari. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I think it aired like 3 episodes before this season started, so it's currently at like episode 7. It's like it weirdly aired in between seasons, and I guess as I'm already talking about it, it's actually a really good anime. Like it's one of those animes that it's hard to talk about because it has like crazy good animation. I don't know.
You're talking about the one with the red cover and the white-haired girl?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I gotcha. I see it. I was gonna watch it, but it's on episode 7. I was like, when did this air? Is it this old or something? I got confused.
Exactly. Yeah, it aired in between seasons, which I don't know. It was just weird to me, but yeah, I'd recommend. I don't know why it was so out there, but I'd recommend it. But for me as a whole, this whole season has been like a bunch of underdog animes for some reason.
A little bit feels like it. Don't forget Mecha Madness coming back. There's like 5, 6 mecha anime. I'm not in love with the designs for all of them, but they're pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
There's like 1 or 2. I thought there were probably just one for me that I'd watch.
Yeah, that's the amount that I thought too. The rest were like, I don't know.
And keep in mind, this season, I would state this is a season of like slice of life because there's so many.
Not just that. There's also like, I feel like we're getting a lot more idol anime this season. There's like what 3, right? 3, 4.
I think it's always been like that, but we never watched them.
Dude, the hockey one, the vampire dudes. Like, okay, I don't know if you'd count those rock stars as idols, but it's the same type of feel to me.
Did you? How far did you get into the hockey one?
Oh, I finished it. I liked it.
I dropped it after like they went full on idol. I'm like, I wanted a slice of life hockey anime, and then they went full idol.
I was like,
I'm like
when she was like, yes, my dream of merging hockey and concerts is coming to life. I was like, what? This is so out of the left field. I don't understand what they're going for, but this seems kind of interesting. The only thing that I would complain about is that they weren't missing teeth, and also they were wearing a full face mask. Come on, dude. It's not the spirit of hockey. It's not fun till you're bleeding. No, just kidding. That's that macho bravado that they have.
I don't know any rules regarding hockey.
Hockey is like, there's like a weird thing where I feel like they don't want to wear the full face mask, even if it'll protect their teeth. I've heard about that. And they're happy about having missing teeth, which is kind of weird to me, but okay.
I've actually, so the little bit I know about hockey is that I know they used to be very brutal.
Oh yeah, dude.
Those type of brutal games, but they're actually, from the last few years, they're actually moving away from that and being more technical.
Yeah, I think the rookies were making them have like wear the face shields, and then if it's their choice if they want to take it after they've been on a team for a while. But overall, the eye shield thing is definitely there to stay, because the puck in the eyes, come on, dude, not worth it.
I don't know.
The teeth, I guess you could get an implant. You know,
I didn't finish the anime. Since you finished it, would you recommend it?
Dude, I was like, just the coach was like, all right, let's start the day by doing exercises. And me, I was just doing it with them. And it was like, hold on a second. This doesn't seem right. What type of exercises? Like, do hockey players actually do this in real life? It's like, oh, God, these are dance moves.
Oh, my God.
So that's the kind of silliness that it is.
So I feel like for this season, I feel like there's a lot of double grouping pairs, which is really crazy.
What do you mean double grouping pairs?
So for this season, there are actually 2 Chinese animes.
Oh yeah, I saw that. One of them was the mecha one with the weird tentacle monsters.
Yeah, and then the other one was like
which one?
Idol Mecha. I think one was Idol Mecha, and then the other one was like a 3D. What was it? 2 flames or something to your flame? Or
yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the one that I watched. The Idol one I didn't. I was like, is this a... They're like using... I guess they dubbed it in Japanese and the original's in Chinese. Because like the Chinese animation
No,
scene
it's both in Chinese.
It was like all the signs and stuff, like it would say like Guangzhou and stuff like that.
When I was listening to it, they were speaking in Chinese, and it had English subtitles. The one I'm talking about is Ancient Girl Frames. That's the one with the mechs.
So the one that I saw was in Japanese for sure.
And then the other one was Drowning Sorrows in Raging Fire.
I didn't see that one. I was like, I don't like how this looks at all.
Okay, so both of them were pretty bad. Ancient Girl Frames, it was done better. The animation was done really good.
Oh, super good. I was surprised.
Yeah, but the storyboarding was all over the place. I couldn't follow it. They're doing so many cuts. They're like trying to like take regular Japanese anime and try to put their own spin on it, but there's so many like weird cuts in it.
Well, I'm okay with that because they're like, it's obviously Japan's gonna be better at an anime, and they're just going for it. I don't think storytelling is really something that would be a barrier for entry for anime, so it's just probably the director sucking. I can agree with you on it was kind of all over the place. I was like, I don't understand what's going on.
It's like they pushed all their money into animation for that.
Yeah, it was like first half was like, okay, whatever, they're training, doing stuff, and then all of a sudden, okay, they're like gonna double group in a robot. What's going on with that? But the robot looked okay. It just didn't really pique my interest as far as mecha goes. The design of the mecha is okay. I just don't really care for, like, I think Gunbuster is the one that originally had the dude standing inside the cockpit. I like seeing all the gears and machinery and stuff like that. That's why I liked Megaton.
Yeah, I can see that, but overall, like, I wouldn't recommend the anime though.
No, not that one. Not for me. It just I didn't feel it, but they did a good job on it. As far as mecha goes, it's a filler, but I'm just glad that there's more mecha anime now. I got a little bit tired of too much isekai. Do you know what I mean?
I can never get tired of isekai.
Dude, I thought that too, and then I was like, oh, I'm tired of isekai last season, and then I saw the isekai this season. Like, oh, okay, I'm back.
So the other Chinese one, Drowning Sorrows and Raging Fire, it's all 3D animated. And it feels like they're trying to recreate like what 80s and 90s anime used to be, but in 3D, where you know those like scenes where like you have people peeking through like slits and doorways, and they have like the flashy eyes and they do like exaggerated movements. That's what they're going for, except in 3D, and it feels like I'm watching like a graduating 3D classes.
Do they not have that on any chart, by the way? Sorry to interrupt.
I don't think so.
I don't see it on any chart. That's why I'm a little bit confused what you're talking about.
Yeah, Drowning Sorrows and Raging Fire is what it's called. It's you don't have to look it up. It's not really worth watching. It's all right. So my next double anime I want to talk about real quick. James, if I told you
what?
So if I describe to you this anime, tell me what anime I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
So the anime is a romance comedy starring a female character that is shorter than the main male character. Which anime am I talking about?
There's like a million. The first thing that pops up to my mind is
Just for this season. For this season.
Oh, for this season? I didn't watch any of the other romance. I was like, I don't feel like it. Mecha, hell yeah. Isekai, hell yeah.
So for this season, there's actually two of them that have like the exact same premise.
Oh yeah,
it's done differently though. They have like, so the first one is called Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi. Basically it's about two co-workers. The girl is like super short and the guy's like really tall and buff. Like she's like 4'5".
Well, that's typically how it goes, right? Usually,
yeah, and the guy's shorter. Like 6'4" or something like that. He's really tall and he's big, and then it's like a working relationship. The other one's called Taisho Otome Otogibanashi. It basically what happens is that the main male character, his mother died in a car accident while he was in the car. He got injured, and then he got shunned by his father or whatever. But I guess like they're still in a rich household. Dad buys him a wife. Turns out to be like, really short, and then they get into like a romance comedy type. So
it's like an arranged marriage thing.
Yeah, kind of
bride arranged marriage.
And for both of these animes, they're slice of life anime, but I just couldn't. They didn't have anything going for them that actually made me wanted to watch them.
Nothing that made it original, right? Not truly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's the original thing that threw me off. It's the there's no plot to it.
So it's just like watching their life.
Like I like slice of life. Like don't get me wrong, I love slice of life, but when there's no like big plot points, to the slice of life, I was like,
I'm definitely at the point where if I see comedy or romance, I feel like I might have seen it before, so I'll not watch it unless it's recommended by somebody. Even if it's Komi-san.
Okay.
Which I didn't watch.
So isn't it? So if I told you like, isn't it crazy where if I said like, I wish I had a nickel for every time for every anime where the main character couldn't talk during the season.
Oh my god!
Isn't it weird that I have 2 nickels?
Yeah, dude, Osama King.
Dude, that's pretty good. It's such an underdog anime, and it's so good. God.
I just watched it today. I was like, "Oh, Osama Reiki, what the heck?" Like at the end of the show, I was like,
"The feels, right? My eyes, you got hit."
Yeah, I gasped. I reacted the same way the characters in the show were reacting. I was like, "What? This is good." And then I watched the second episode. So the Shadow Kid's not a jerk after all. He's just a product of his, life.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that it's drawn in like a storybook manner. How awesome is that? Oh yeah,
those backdrops are delicious, delightful.
It's like even the character designs are storybook-esque, right? Like just the
it feels a little bit Bible-y to me, to be honest with you. Like
not to me.
Not in the setting. It's just a product of my childhood because I was always around that Bible stuff.
It feels like a child book almost, right? Like
definitely
type of art aesthetic, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see Komi-san. It's really good. I enjoy it. If you haven't seen it,
I will watch it for sure. It's just romance comedy. I know it's been a highly anticipated one. It's just romance comedy. The mute girlfriend, like the manga's been a meme and very popular. Just
that's
like
the reason,
Watamoten, another one like that.
Yeah, like no. Do you know
Jackie
the summary? Do you know the summary of what it's about?
Hit me.
So basically, it's about a girl who's too shy to talk. I read the manga up to a point. It's about a girl who's too shy to talk, and then she basically sits next to a guy, and he tries to communicate with her, and she's able to tell him through writing that she wants to make like 100 friends, and he's gonna help her out. That's like the main summary of the story. It's a romance comedy type of thing. Nothing really out there.
It's definitely worth the watch because that's the big one.
Yeah. The other 2 animes that
the what
that like the double pairings, another 2 were what was it called? Let me see if I can find them on this chart. One I know was what do you call it? It was by Square Enix.
Oh, I know. Deep Insanity, The Child Lost. That one, was that it?
Yeah, like okay, so
I didn't watch it. I was like, I don't know. Is this a video game anime?
No,
Usually I don't like those.
Yeah, no. I was watching those and I'm like, oh god, it's another. Like when I'm like enjoying this anime and then halfway through I feel something click in my mind. I'm like, they're trying to sell me something. What are they trying to sell me?
No, as soon as I saw the Square Enix logo, I turned it off. I just I never like it. You play the game instead. That's the
that's the thing. Like I'm watching it right, and I feel like they're dividing these people up where they're like, oh, they're going into this team because you would match better this team or something like that. And I'm watching it and I'm like, I feel like this is a gacha game. I look it up. It's a gacha game. I'm like, oh,
I knew it. I mean, at first I was like, oh, dude, Antarctica? Is this gonna be like the thing? And I was like,
yeah. What was it called? Was it which anime was that?
Which one? Parasite.
I think one was Moo Love. Was one of them?
I wouldn't remember.
I think Moo Love was one of them.
Oh, Move Love. You talking about Move Love? What are they, cows? Oh my goodness. I mean, some of them are stacked, but not like that.
And then the other one I think is like Code Black. Those were the two gaming ones. I'm like, oh, I'll pass. Like,
Move Love is definitely established.
Yeah.
Like, it's been around for a long time. I remember seeing another show called Move Love Alternative like a long time ago. Take about like a decade.
No, this one is Move Love Alternative though.
Yeah, it was the same thing, but it was like slightly different. It's probably like a remake or something. I noticed that it was very different from the original one, just from my bad memory of back then. Because I remember the girl with the bunny, like a lot of the same characters. It's just maybe alternate dimension story. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess at that point, we'll just go down the list, right? Because those were like the doubles I just wanted to point out real quick. So Kimitsu no Yaiba, very anticipated. Won't really talk about it much.
First episode is new content. The rest, how many episodes are they gonna do this season? Just the movie? Are they just covering the movie?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm totally gonna skip it if they don't have anything original aside from the first.
Doesn't say. I don't see how many episodes they're
usually
doing. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah, usually when it's like a anime adaptation of the movie, I like it. But since I already saw the movie, I feel like there's no point. Yeah,
it's no point.
Yeah.
Next one, Mushoku Tensei. Really good.
Highly anticipated.
Yeah,
very good. Always watch.
Next one, Tact OP Destiny.
Tact OP Destiny. It's okay.
It's all right. I would. Would you recommend it?
Madhouse and Mappa, like the first episode was pretty good. Like if they play music, monsters come around, so that was pretty interesting. The funny thing is like there's a complete disregard for destroying people's places of
property,
and stuff like that. It's like, you sons of bitches. There's probably somebody that pays for it, or I don't know. Who knows? They're bringing music back.
When you're watching it, did the animations make you feel like it was like See the Money of Possibility or whatever?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like I was watching
that Madhouse?
I don't remember.
This one's Madhouse and Mappa. What a good combo.
Yeah, like the animation is like off the charts good.
Yeah, absolutely an interesting show. They're going to New York to perform in a concert. That's awesome. I'm intrigued.
It's cool, but I already know I'm gonna drop it. I already know I'm not gonna end up finishing it. Because
for that one, I'm just gonna batch it. It's not something I feel motivated to watch every week.
Yeah, like,
but it is pretty good.
Not my wheelhouse. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Next one, Platinum End.
Oh, buddy, probably my favorite of the season. Maybe
this is this is your favorite of the season. Really?
Like it's the dopest one so far out of the first 3 episodes.
This is your favorite? This one is your favorite. How is this one your favorite?
Top 5, probably. Top 5. Not the favorite. I can't rate it since it's not done. It'll be unfair to do that, especially with Saihata no Paladin around.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Saihata Paladin. That is my favorite pick
for really
this season. Too. Yeah, I was like, how's Platinum?
That was a knee-jerk reaction. Excuse me.
Just because it's fancy.
As soon as I said it, I saw like Mirakuchon on the list, and I see JoJo's coming around. I'm like, oh, why did I say that? It's Sakugan too. Sakugan's awesome.
Yeah, so Platinum End, it's basically like it's made by the same guy who made Death Note, right? So
Is it?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, it does have that feel.
it has that feel, and
It's gonna be a lot of scheming.
yeah, it's a scheming type anime. It's not for everybody, but it's gonna be good. It's not for everybody.
Oh,
For
definitely.
me,
It's a heavy hitter.
yeah, for me, I'm like 50-50 if I want to watch it or
dude.
not.
I'm excited to see it every week. I don't skip that one for sure. I make time for it.
Like it's in your wheelhouse, but for me, I'm like,
I wake up, I was like, oh shit, Platinum
maybe,
Thursday.
maybe not. Yeah. All right, next anime. So we got Mirakuchon, the best comedy anime of this season,
Dude. Perfect October.
It's
You
not
got the
even a
spooky.
scare.
Dude, it's like
not
a
even
fan
spooky.
service.
It's just a comedy anime.
Bro, how creepy was it when she was in bed and she had the ghoul on her stomach?
Oh
It's
my
like,
god, that was
dude, they have the best monsters, don't they?
like the design.
Oh yeah, remember when they were in line on episode 3 to like go to the
I
bakery?
barely finished episode 2, I think.
I won't say anything. It was just like she got in line with a bunch of monsters, and it was crazy what you see.
What was it? I just really like it because it's like playing the long game of chicken. It's great. This is like I would highly recommend this anime. This is really
the
good.
opening theme too, tremendous.
Everything about this anime was like that's what it's like. It feels like an underdog anime, but it's definitely worth the watch.
Oh yeah,
JoJo's not out yet. 86 Part 2, pretty good.
Oof. I wasn't expecting the plot.
Well, I would don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No.
Yeah, like if you enjoyed it from the previous season, keep watching it.
Absolutely watch it. It's a must watch for me.
Yeah. Next one, Sekai Seiko no Anastasia Isekai.
It's a sniper. It's a sniper, dude. Sniper.
Yeah, it's a log. Oh, God, it's such a log.
The world's #1 assassin has been thrown away, but it's a good one. I like it. It's a isekai, and a lot of people were anticipating this one for a while before the pandemic hit. It got pushed back, I guess.
I came in watching this anime blind.
Oh yeah.
And do you remember what I told you when I was watching? I felt like I had this creeping feeling in the back of my head for some reason because it was too good. Like it was too good. Like I feel like something was like they're hiding something from me that I was gonna get surprised by. Like at the end of the show. No, not that.
You're like, oh hell, a sekai? Where like can't even use the restroom without a sekai being there.
No. I didn't mind the isekai.
Okay.
So the analogy I use when I first talked to you about it is like
what?
Like when you're opening the app store and you're scrolling down the game and you find like, oh, that's a really cool looking game, and you're scrolling through it and it has really good character designs and whatever. And then the one thing that's missing is actual gameplay video. And then you download it, you open up it, and it's basically just like one of those like Chinese cookie clicker and like games or whatever. That's what I felt like in the back of my head.
Like if you go in the app store and you see Clash of Clans, the dude with the face, it's all angry and shining in one direction, and you see like 15 other ones with the same expression.
No, not that. It's like those like colony builder games.
Oh yeah,
like, it's copy. Yeah, it's copy paste like
like
every
Clash
Chinese company. Is that a colony builder?
I think so, but there's games like that.
Yeah. Where they just use like a bunch of like sexy anime babes or whatever, like to try to advertise you.
I know you.
Yeah, and then they never show you any gameplay until you actually download and play the game.
It's like 2D.
Yeah.
Stick figure man cometh.
That's how I felt the whole time watching it, because I was like, that's really good character design, and they have like really nice aesthetic and everything. I was like, something just doesn't feel right. But
so
after
what? How many eps did you get deep into it?
I think I'm 2 eps into it right now.
I mean, he's the latest one. He's doing magic, which is cool. He's like learning how to do stuff, starting to use all his skills combining. Yeah, it's gotten more interesting as it went on for sure. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna watch it. That's what I was just saying. It just felt odd to me. Just like when I was watching, it just felt out for some reason. It was so weird, but I really enjoyed it. I liked it.
I know you enjoyed the cooking part of the show where he was making all these foods they never tasted before.
Oh, it was such a minor thing. It wasn't even.
I know. It's a season of cooking for you, I know that much.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to my favorite anime this season.
Oh yeah.
I will I'm trying to save that for last, but once we get to it, I'll try to keep myself short. Okay.
Okay. I will for sure keep myself short.
Next one is Saihata no Paladin. Number 1 pick for newest anime this season on my list.
Such a good atmosphere.
It's great. It's if you don't know what it's about, it's basically about it's an isekai anime, of course. Person dies, they get reborn, but instead of they reborn in the regular sense of living in a regular town or whatever, he's reborn inside a church, and in this church are 3 undead beings. One is an undead mage, one is undead warrior, and the other one's an undead priest.
Definitely.
And the 3 of them,
raise the kid as their own.
End up raising the kid as their own. And we haven't gotten much. I think 3rd episode just came out today. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't wait to watch that.
Same, yeah. But the first 2 episodes have been fantastic. He's in Lost Ruins, and there's monsters around. He's learning how to hunt, magic, everything.
It's a really good, as of now, it's just a slice of life.
A+,
which I love.
Easily.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Love it. 100% must watch for me. Next one is Shino Nakama. What was this one about? I don't remember.
Yayusha party o.
Okay, there we go.
Oi dasarate no de. And then 15 more sentences along, because
it's
we're
so
not used
long.
to speaking Japanese.
What was the
I didn't watch this one. This is the one about hero opening a pharmacy, which reminds me of the drug story segment.
The one from last season
that I skipped.
A heroic and mighty adventure dreams of opening a pharmacy. Okay, here's the thing. I know when you first listen to it and I had the same thing. I was like, wasn't this the same one as last season? But this one actually has a real story, and I 100% recommend watching this anime. Because the summary of this anime is just not, the main
doesn't
character
do it justice.
The main character has a background.
Okay.
And the background, well, they tell you at the beginning, so I'll just do a quick summary for you. The background of the main character is that he used to be in the party with the hero, the one that's gonna take down the Demon King or whatever. One of the characters, or he gets exiled from that party, and I won't spoil that part. He gets exiled from the party, and now he lives in a small town. He wants to help people in that small town, and I feel like this is gonna go somewhere big. It's it's one of those animes that start out small and go really big. I don't know if it feels like a filler. It doesn't feel like a filler to me.
Okay,
and that's the reason I recommend it.
That's big words coming from you.
Yeah. That's the thing. It doesn't feel like a filler, and it's pretty good. Okay. Next one is Senpai got Uzai. I already talked about it.
Yep.
It's kind of iffy if you want to watch it or not. Next one is Suki to Laika no Notsuforatu. Okay.
So good.
It's, dude, did it feel like they threw a bunch of you know that scene from South Park where they get the manatees to pick up random topics and they
for a Family Guy?
Or was that Family Guy? I think
they were talking about how they picked how to do bits for Family Guy, and they used the manatees.
I remember that also had they did that for South Park too. But yeah, they're like, okay, so we want a Russian space animes with vampires.
Well, they're using the vampire to send her out to space, because they're also sending out the dogs and stuff like that. The Laika. Dude, vampire's cute. I love this. I like it, especially when she was eating the cod roe. Delightful.
Dude, that scene reminded me of the toothbrushing scene from Monogatari.
Oh yeah, for sure, it had those vibes. I was like, oh, this is spicy. I like it.
And this anime, it's done by Arvo Animation. I've never heard of them. Have you heard of them?
I know there's a lot of studios that I haven't heard of, which is great. I love that when there's more contenders. That means more for us. But that's also a lot of stuff that's gonna fall through the cracks.
Yeah, the only other anime that I know that they've done is Monster Musune.
Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, that was a good one.
It had that feel, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, less Monster Girls, just one.
Just the one monster
But
girl.
she's like fighting through discrimination at, people yelling at her because she's a vampire.
Isn't it weird that, like, how do you fight discrimination against a vampire?
Because she's
my
a mutant.
question.
Like, if you were watching Doom Patrol Season 3, they do the same thing this season, ironically. That happened at the same time.
Yeah.
There's like a whole thing where the mutants are being discriminated against just because they're different.
I don't know if I would recommend this anime. I personally would.
Oh yeah, it's a gem, dude. It's a hidden gem.
It's
what
like
it's gonna be.
It's an underdog anime for sure.
It's gonna be underappreciated, I feel like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are people gonna enjoy this anime? I think so. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, of course, dude. Who doesn't like the vampires? Vampires are like super popular always because they draw them so good.
Dude, how is it mirror? Like, is there like a resurgence in vampires?
It's October, dude. It's October.
No, we had a vampire anime last season, and then we had a vampire the season before that. So,
dude, look, they're always been like ever since Bela Lugosi or whatever. It's never going away. It's been around for years and years and years, decades.
All right, next anime. Next anime, Sakugan.
Oof, top pick. One of the top picks for this season.
One of the way better.
One of the worst designed mechas, but everything else is amazing.
It does feel kind of like
the mech designs this season have not been to my taste, to be honest with you. But that's coming from a dude that likes Gundams and Evas. Like, where's the heart? Like Mr. Burns talking to Martin in The Simpsons, which is an old reference at this point. But I like jagged lines that like feel fast and sporty, but these are all bulbous or these are more utilitarian, right? But construction mech looking for Sakugan.
Yeah, like this makes sense.
It does. They fit in the
world
that they live in. And by the way, the ending for I think it was episode 2 or 3 where how many episodes have you gotten?
1.
I'll not say anything then. Just the scenery at the end of one of the episodes you're going to watch is tremendous. It reminds me of Made in Abyss almost, just how magical.
No, I got that. I definitely got the Made in Abyss part. Like, just from episode 1, just from like what they were saying, like, because they're traveling to another destination and they have to travel through these different worlds, or not worlds, but like layers of worlds, as they describe it. And I definitely got the Made in Abyss part. Another part was like, it felt very animation wise. Yeah,
dude, the drill. I was like, this is the drill that pierced the heavens when they broke the piece of rock. I was like, oh shit. I feel it's very rock and roll. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil any of them because there's a lot. Like, even in the first episode, there's spoilers. So.
Oh yeah, dude, the names of the characters, I love them. Gagamber.
Yeah. Like, it
Big
feels
Tony
like
the robot.
It feels like the type of names you'd give someone, like they're all like holed up in like a small.
Dude, it feels like this is the one that's gonna be talked about for a long time into the future. Maybe.
No, I don't feel I don't think so.
Well, we'll see how the designs of the mechs goes. I don't know if it'll have the Roro fight the power feel, but I hope.
Yeah, like for me, like I don't think any of these animes could
Osama
really,
ranking will for sure.
Like Osama ranking, I don't feel like it'll go down in like must watch history.
I feel
there's very few. Like you say that now, but in 2 seasons you're gonna forget about it.
Okay, we'll see.
Like,
ask me in 2 seasons.
Because here, I when we watched Fumetsu no Anatai, we immediately knew that anime was gonna go down in history, right? Just from the first episode. Are you really getting that same feel from any of these animes this season? Like, history breaking anime?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, Komi-san, just because it's always been a thing, and Mushoku Tensei is also a thing. I want to consider that one.
But Komi-san's a meme anime though. That's the thing. It's
maybe
meme.
the Paladin one, but we'll see where that goes.
No, I enjoyed the Paladin. That's my number one pick, and even Paladin, I feel like it won't really go down as like
a Demon Slayer.
As like Demon Slayer is just a long running anime.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so that it has its own thing. But like, there's really nothing crazy like single standout. Like since Fumetsu, I haven't really seen a starting anime that's really defined a really good genre for itself. Especially from this season. There's a lot of good animes from this season, but there's really nothing that will go down in like history as like a must watch.
Oh yeah,
for me this season. So next one on the list,
this is the one. This is for us.
Shinkai no Mi. Oh god,
this is for dudes like us growing up.
Shiranai Uchi ni Kachugumi Jisei. Dropped it on the first episode. Like
what, dude? It's hilarious.
It's stupid.
It's trash, but it's hilarious trash. It's a very comic, like a manga. It's a very manga feeling show, which is great. It's hilarious. It's stupid. It's just if
filler.
You want to laugh, watch it for sure.
It's a filler, you know.
I think you just got triggered by the main character at the start of the show.
No,
it's
not that. It's just
you're like, oh, this hits too close to home.
it's just filler. Like I don't know what you like about it. It's
dude, the gorilla thing is just so stupid. It got me.
Is that what got you? The gorilla is what got you?
And the stink cloud is like, oh my god, my husband. And then
that was
gorilla
so stupid
dies.
too. Like the gorilla dies because he's stinky. Like I feel like this is like the type of anime that appeals to like.
It's a Monster Musume type, dude. It's a Monster Musume type.
No. It's not even a monster.
It's going to be. You see the cover has like 5 girls.
Oh, like yeah, I totally get it. Where it's like a harem type.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those fillers where it's like, you know, everything ends up great for the main character or whatever.
Oh, for sure. I was like, this is stupid, but I kept on laughing because how ridiculous it was, and the guild members were hilarious. Like they go to guild, and like he peeks through the door, and they're doing some weird BDSM stuff where the girl's putting melted wax on the dude's stomach, and it's just out there.
Like for me, I don't recommend it. If you want to watch it, watch it.
It's just like a Eki Irumakun, I guess is the best way I could describe it.
I don't even want to.
How's that feel?
I don't even want to like it's
dignify it by comparing it to Irumakun.
Yeah, I don't even want to compare it to another anime because overall, it is what it is. It feels like it was written by like a 10-year-old.
I know what you're talking about, but sometimes you just want that, dude. You laugh at like when somebody farts in the room, you laugh.
I mean, if you want to watch it because
you laugh, it's that type of comedy.
It's like one of those like kid type of like, you know, when you don't
like
when
if you liked American Pie, you'd like this. I think.
Nah, I guess.
Definitely, it's the same line. You know, it's the same lane.
It's like when you hear the word fart and you chuckle at it or something like that. That's a type of comedy, like.
And you take a sip out of your wine with your pinky out. Oh, that was a splendid one-liner.
I want to actually see if you actually finish this anime.
I will. I already know I'm going to. I'd be surprised if I finished Komi-san, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna finish Komi-san. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first episode. Visually, it looks really good. I love there's some visuals in Komi-san that they pull off really well.
Okay. Like, yeah. I still haven't watched it by not a single episode, so I will for sure, but just I need to marathon it.
Next one is Taisho Otome. I talked about it. Watch it if you want to watch it. Same thing, romance comedy type anime. We already talked about Osama King. Next one is Kyuketsuki
that vampire dude.
Vampire comedy.
Oh yeah, anime. For sure.
I watched 2 episodes.
I watched one and then I haven't watched more just because, you know.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
It's funny, but it's not mandatory.
See, that's the thing. There can be funny animes, but if it's just not in your wheelhouse,
yeah,
you're not gonna enjoy it. Like for you, I guess you like the 10-year-old type of funny, but not
always, dude. Come on.
But not the slapstick type of like.
Oh A very refined
Kyo
sense
it's very slapstick
of comedy is what I have. Very refined for the discerning
refined.
gentleman.
Your type of refined.
I smoke
is
my
like,
cigar while watching Shinka no Mi.
I can see you like trying to light up like a Pocky stick.
Dude, that's like the ladies, the geishas with the super long cigarettes, or like the Audrey Hepburn types with the cigarette and the little holder thing. They'd smoke it from the stick while sitting on one of those therapist chairs. That's what I do while watching.
You take a sip of your fine wine, but
Golf
it's basically
clap,
just
box wine.
apple juice. It's apple juice.
The Welch's.
Welch's. All right, next anime, Visual Prison. I haven't seen
Insta
it.
drop. It's
Really?
ikemen vampires that are rock stars. It's basically like an idol anime, but with dudes.
God,
you know what
no.
you know that type, right?
Yeah. World Trigger season 3.
It's a very visual K, like
Visual
Cafe
Prison?
and Bow and stuff like that. Yeah,
Really? Yeah,
sure.
I'm looking at the cover. It's definitely
it's
I
a
see what
little
you're
bit of
saying.
a little yaoi sprinkle in there. You know, as all vampires, they gotta be a little bit sexy. A lot of bit. What am I talking about? A little bit.
I mean, you're saying that right next to another vampire anime we talked about with Zero.
Yeah, I like. There's so many vampire animes now. Like we forgot about Kyuketsu Sugu Shinu.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, just so many vampires. There's so many vampire animes. I don't know why.
Coming back, Mars Red was
I guess it's coming up to like Halloween, right? I guess that's the reason. Yeah. Okay. Isekai Shokudo season 2.
What?
Guys.
Dude, I dropped this even before watching it. I haven't seen a single episode.
The greatest anime to ever hit.
The only reason I haven't watched it is because I'm on a diet. And the show always want, like, I remember Isekai Shoku's like, man, I gotta eat something while watching this. This is amazing.
I still do that every time. Like every time I watch
Yeah, dude, I saw that
Shokudo.
steak you sent me. Freaking was that a $50 steak for the first episode? With like thyme and butter on it.
Yeah, I went up bought a steak for the first. Okay, because it's my favorite. It's my favorite anime. Like
yeah,
literally.
to treat it with respect. Just like I bought merchandise for Evangelion.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's weird to have Isekai
ritual.
Shokudo as your favorite anime, but I don't know why. I don't know why this anime hits me. Like, it's so good. I don't know why this anime is so good. Well, I don't know why I like Isekai Shokudo so much.
I'm surprised it came out with another one, but it's great for you.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting a second season. Because I when I was reading the manga, it didn't really go much further from the first season. So I was like, are they gonna have enough content for the second season? I guess they did, because it's just as good. Let me talk real quick about the first episode. Because I think I know the reason why I like Isekai Shokudo so much.
Why?
So, what if I told you there was an anime like Fumetsu no Anata? What if Fumetsu Anata was basically just the first episode? What if it had like 12 episodes where each episode was a standalone episode and all of them were just as good as the first episode?
I honestly think I would have preferred that.
Yeah, where they basically go through like different timeline, or not timeline, but like different space and time where they tell different stories of each person, like a different person.
Yeah, I was thinking that's what was gonna happen, but it technically did, and not really.
Yeah, what
just
if I
more
like?
spread out.
I think that's the reason why I like Isekai Shokudo so much.
Yeah,
is because each episode is a
different
standalone episode by itself, and each one follows a character, and each one follows a food. And the best part about that is each episode that you actually you actually get two separate stories that follow. Yeah, so you get like 24 stories total throughout like the first season. In the second season, we're actually getting a lot of what do you call it? Intermingling between all these characters, which I like. we're also getting introduced to a lot of new characters as well through their own little single story background. So I think that's the reason I like Isekai Shokudo. I'm gonna stop talking about it because if I don't stop talking about it, we'll be here for the next 2 hours and I'll talk about Isekai Shokudo all day.
Yeah, for sure. I already know.
Yeah. Next anime, Deep Insanity, The Lost Child. I forgot what this anime
was. That was a Square
about.
Enix one that we talked about. It was a gacha one.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Skip.
Next one.
Skip it. It's not worth it. I watched 2 episodes. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't even mention it.
What is it about?
So Sakaku Mara no Satogawa wa Yoru basically has a little bit of the yaoi sprinkle in it, where the dudes do the sexy exorcism of ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. It's a comedy drama, but it's just not my wheelhouse. It's a filler for sure.
Okay.
There's a reason it has 60%. It's at number 22.
Next anime, let's see, Selection Project. Okay, so I went and just watching the first episode, and did you see this at all?
No, I saw idol anime. It's like, I already saw the Vampire Visual Prison. Like, yeah, I don't know. I skipped it. Then I saw Pride of Orange. Like, I really don't need to see the Selection Project. I met my quota for idol groups.
So I watched the first episode thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it and I probably won't like it, right? I ended up actually watching the second episode, just because I like the story behind it. And I don't know if I would recommend this to people, but it's it had a really good first episode, and like I don't know why, but this made me laugh so much. So the summary of the anime is basically there's a bunch of these regions in Japan, and each one is selecting like one idol to represent them, to I guess be sent to this like one center, and then out of all those idols, one will be chosen to be the main idol.
Oh, is this like Eurovision they do every year?
Yeah,
where all the countries make a song and the bands compete.
Yeah, something like that. And I don't know why I laughed at this, because when they were introducing these girls, and they're like, all these girls are vying to take this main spot. Oh, and the reason why they're having this competition is the girl that used to be in the spot died in a car accident.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh crap, did she get isekai'd? I don't know why. Like, immediately went to that.
We've been conditioned.
Yeah.
Are you like, did I get hit by another secret isekai?
Yeah. And in the first episode, we follow this like one girl that like used to be hospital bound, and she listens to the girl, like the idol that died, like when she was in the hospital. She listened to her all the time, and now she wants to be an idol.
Dude, this reminds me of Visual Prison.
Yeah, it's
the same type of thing.
It's good, but I don't know if I would recommend it to people. Like, give the first episode a try. If this feels like this is in your wheelhouse. But it's there. It's there if you want to watch it.
It reminds me like an alternate reality of Visual Prison, except no vampires, just normal people. But yeah. I don't think the singer died in Visual Prison, just like retired or something. They haven't really released the reason as to why, but it's... Oh yeah, by the way, going back to Visual Prison, that's like watching like show tunes or cats, or like if you want to watch Mamma Mia or something like that. It has that feel to it, which is why I'm like probably going to keep on watching. But yeah, it's very theatrical, as Visual K can be.
All right, next anime on the list, Moo Love, talked about it.
Love, but yeah, Move.
I'm just gonna keep saying Move Love because that's how I read it.
It might be correct. Actually, I don't know how they pronounce it in Japan.
Next one is Bill Divide Code Black. Talked about it. Wasn't very good. Pride of Orange, another idol. Iffy.
I can agree with the rating that it has. It's a 58%. That's about right. It's not.
It's a 58% anime.
That's a good niche.
Next one is Tesla Notes. I didn't watch it. You said you watched it.
I dropped it in the first 5 minutes. I barely do that. I was like, I don't like this animation at all. I was very like 38% on there. People agreed with me. I guess they had the same sentiment.
Okay, gotcha. Next one is Kyo Kaisenki. I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I'm current. That's like one of my preferred mechas of the season. The design of the mecha I don't like too much. Like that, like you know me, I like the Gundam head, like the old Tall-Gi style of helmet, Zaku helmet. Or this one's like looks a little bit buggy. It just it doesn't have personality. It's a little bit too generic to me.
Like it feels like drag and drop type.
Yeah,
mechas.
Which it is because there's other ones, but like the mechas have AIs in them. Basically, the story is this: Japan is, I guess, fighting Asia. They're taking over. Kind of like Code Geass, where you have the 11s suppressed by the rest of the world or whatever.
Sure.
And they're just like salvaging mecha parts. Like some dudes build motorcycles stuff with it. This dude is building a robot in an abandoned hangar he found. And eventually they get stopped by the police or whatever, just doing their patrols. Like, oh, we need to meet our quotas or metrics, or else we're gonna get demoted. And so they hassle these kids. Like, okay, whatever. You're just using the restroom out here. Have a good day, sir. Understood. And then like they stop his friends. It's like, oh yeah, we know this kid, whatever. And the dude gets labeled a terrorist and escapes. And he runs into other terrorists. That's what they say. And then, it's kind of the Gundam 00 feeling, but without the good mecha design.
All right, let me ask you. Did you see? Okay, skipping Yuki Yuta.
Yeah.
Did you see Kyuten Sekai no Denchi Shoujo?
It's kind of like it's like kind of same storyline.
Exactly. But, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did you just describe the same anime?
I know, dude. Like the battery girl thing and the AI thing is like the same. Like it's copy paste.
Dude, okay, I don't know about you, but I'd recommend Kyuten Sekai for the Moe factor, just over for the Moe factor because it's so cute.
Dude, the story is hilarious. Like they're in I guess an adjacent Akihabara, yeah. And the mechs have personality. I'm not really a fan of the chibi types, but these work for me. Like, the ST Gundams, the chibi Gundams. Like, it's that type of thing. They have, like, sharks and dogs, which is pretty cool.
Dude,
like
it's so cute, dude. It's so cute.
The battery girl thing. Yeah. It's like a co-pilot, and her enthusiasm is what powers the robot. That works for me. I like it. I recommend it over Kyo Kaisenki, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait. You recommend
Gyakuten Sekai no Denshi.
Yeah. So
Denshi Shoujo Battery Girl.
Dude, like I was reading them, like, wait, do they have the same name? They almost have the same name. Kyo Kaisenki and
not really, dude. Those are completely different words. I know like your lack of dictionary popping up.
Yeah.
Which I do not want to speak because my Japanese dictionary is a little bit low these days, but yeah, it's good. I like it. It's the mecha.
Kyuten Senkai with the Batter Girls, dude. They were in like one of those like not plug. Where is it? Those
plug suit, like
not plug suit, like in Ava, the pods. You know how?
Oh yeah, the pod, the big pill.
The pill pods or whatever. I was like, oh look, they're the little pods, and I just like how cute the character designs are. I really enjoy like the animal aesthetics of the robot and how like, oh, I'm a shark.
Oh, the main character like being a host club worker who's deep in debt.
It's too real. Right?
But ridiculous at the same time.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there was another anime I wanted to talk about real quick.
Which one?
It is called. It's let me pull it up, see if I have it. It's one of those like really short animes.
The OVAs?
Gambare Doki-chan. Have you seen that?
No, what's it about?
It's like a mini slice of like if you scroll down all the way to the OVAs and the ONA specials, Gambare Dogi-chan. Oh, I 100% recommend this. It's like a really short, sweet slice of life romance comedy anime.
Dark looks tremendous.
Each one is like each episode is like 3 to 5 minutes. I don't remember exactly, but it's really nice and really short and enjoyable. I 100% recommend it. Give it a try. But besides that, any other animes you want to talk about?
Dude, you're just gonna skip over Megaton? This anime's was announced a really long time ago. Like, if you look up the trailer, it's from 4 years ago.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
So basically, it's Earth has been destroyed and everybody in the town has had their minds wiped.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I guess they just picked these 3 teenagers to pilot this one big robot. It's a very bulbous 80s design robot, a little bit with a Pacific Rim Jaeger sprinkled in there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was looking at the robot.
High,
I was
like apparently this one's being subbed by fan subs this time because nobody licensed it, which is crazy. Like, it didn't
that's
get
the reason
up.
why I didn't see it.
Well, I mean, that's probably the reason why it got put at 50%. I don't know.
There's no official release for it.
Not outside of Japan. It looks like no Crunchyroll, nothing like that.
Interesting.
That's what I read. I was like, "What?"
That makes a lot of sense then, because it wasn't even on my radar as like an anime to watch.
I was like, "Is this like?" I was going through all the mechas. Like, man, there's a lot of mechas. Like, Megaton. Hold on a second. What's up with this? But yeah, that's 3D is better, but also not as good as some of the other animes. It's in a very weird spot. Like, it feels very high quality, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they did a good enough job to just mesh it. But they did show like giant scenes with multiple robots, and it looked great. So that's
interesting. Is it worth a watch though?
Ooh,
like, would you
not for
recommend it?
I'll keep you posted on that. I'm not sure yet if I want to keep on watching it or not, because
I mean, there has to be a reason why it's at 50%, right? Because even if, let's say 100 people watched it, right, still a lot of these people have to give it a 50% score. Like, even if 100 people watched it and it was really good, then they would have a high score and more people would know about it. So so in my head, I'm like, there's a reason why it has a 50% score. So
also moving on to another one, Digimon Ghost Game. I saw the first 2 episodes. Pretty good, actually.
Is it really? I just don't know if I want to get back into like watching Digimon again.
I honestly watched it just because Halloween. I wanted something spooky. And like, one of the episodes, there's a mummy guy abducting people and turning them into mummies, and like eventually they'll all die. He's like a doctor mummy, and they stop him. But so far, monster of the week. But like, these are the actual monsters like doing harm to people. Like,
that's kind of cool.
Not very obviously they're not tearing people apart, but it's very non-kid friendly. But I'm sure it'll be shown on the kid. Like, if you watch those old Extreme Ghostbusters types of shows, had that type of feel to it. The old Men in Black cartoon.
Okay.
It could appeal to adults and kids, is what I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll give like the first episode a try to see if I like it or not.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm really not big into like the Digimon or whatever. Like, I used to really enjoy Digimon, but it's fallen out.
I know what you mean.
For me,
too. It's just like Pokemon. I stopped watching, but this is like entirely new characters, and so far so good.
Yeah. Any other animes?
Baki Hanma is the 3rd season of the Netflix. I watched all of it. Pretty ridiculous. Over the top. If you like the first 2 seasons, it's more of that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Remember Baki the Grappler? This is like a Netflix licensed version of that, like sequel.
No,
it's
I've
way over the
never
top.
watched it.
Yeah, pretty super manly. Pretty epic fights.
Is it just like a wrestling or
no? Like
fighting
people. Like, they beat each other to death. They have like Mike Tyson in it, and like real people, but like great value. Like,
okay,
not Hellman's, but great value mayonnaise.
What other animes did you watch? Anything else?
No, I think that's about it. There's a lot of leftovers even too, but there's a lot of movies. Eureka 7 movie, Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out. We're not gonna get them for like another 6 months after release, probably.
It'll be a while. Yeah.
Star Wars Visions was awesome.
Yeah. Overall, what's your ranking for this season?
It's a solid B+, isn't it? No, I'd even say an A, just because we have like Mushoku Tensei and they're still coming back. But as far as original shows go that I've never seen before, it's very good for me.
I would say
much better than last season.
I'd be in the wheelhouse of like B for original and then A for A for like all the season 2s coming back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, of course, you have Demon Slayer.
This is a pretty like extremely. I wouldn't say top tier because whatever that song Fumetsu no Anata in it yet, but this is a very strong season. Like,
this is a very strong. Really, really enjoyable if you like slice of life. Really enjoyable if you like isekai. Great all arounder for this season.
And thank God for Mecha returning as well.
I guess besides that, any final words?
No, I'm all good.
Yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys later. Bye.